So the next step in our simplification process, so we can speed up our data and when we go to put it together and also to redraw on the screen, is we want to dissolve by our SHFLU score. So that way, if you remember, we have multiple different kinds of 2s, different codes, LU codes. And if a 2 is next to a 2 and next to a 2, but they have different LU codes, then they will have different vector shapes. But if we want to just kind of collapse them all together or dissolve them by a field, we can do that. So that way it's a lot more like our lakes and rivers scores where there's just a 1, 2, 3, 4. So to do that, we're going to go up to geoprocessing. We're going to use what's called dissolve. So we're going to do our input feature, which will be Dane Land Use 2005. We're going to name it. I'm going to go ahead and name this the Dane Land Use, and then I'm going to call it scores because this will be our final score for the land use part of the foraging habitat. So Dane Land Use score. Click save. And then in here it says dissolve fields. It says optional, but what we want to do is we want to use that SHFLU score. So go down and check that. We don't need to do anything else here in this section about statistics or fields, and then we're going to come down to this create multi-part feature. Checked specifies multi-part features are allowed. This is default. Unchecked specifies instead creating multi-part features. Individual features will be created for each part. And so we want a multi-part feature because that will allow us to get the most kind of condensed, collapsed categories as possible. And we're just going to click OK. Now this will take a while to run. It has to dissolve 300 and some thousand records, so be patient, but it will speed up our process later on. As you can see here, my finished dissolving, and then from that dissolve field, new shapefile, I went ahead and re-symbolized my data. So it looks like that, and I opened up my attributes table. So now you can see that there's only 4 rows or records. So when we go to kind of merge and put these things together, it'll be a lot faster. So just wanted to show you that here at the end of this video, and in the next video I'll show you how to put these two together. Thanks.